speaking of all the old Zelda games and all the systems that we played these games on, let's just go ahead and take our nostalgia glasses off the table and just let's put them back on our head real fast. You Ocarina of Time lovers, wear those glasses and let's talk about our favorite Nintendo console generation. Now, for an example, the NES and the original Game Boy. That is a console generation.
Damn, this is gonna be hard for me because I stopped playing handhelds because I was always that guy like, man, I just look at the TV like I want that.
Yeah, I want to ask
I want
Abby
this in
first.
here.
I'll give you a chance to think. An Xbox girl.
Yeah, ladies first. Yes, ladies first for sure.
I know.
I want to hear it. What is your favorite? I want you to think about it. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I have.
What's your favorite generation?
My favorite generation is Nintendo DS and the Wii.
Ooh.
Why?
Well, I don't want to say that that's what like really got me into gaming because I had the Game Boy Advance, I had the SP, but the DS, I mean, I remember spending hours playing. And I mean, I didn't play. I'm not.
It was well loved when it crumbled in my hands as I was reshelling it.
It was well
Wow.
loved. I mean, I didn't play like, Zelda, Mario Kart, things like that.
I can tell them what you played.
Nintendogs and Animal Crossing. But I don't know, it really gave me an appreciation for that like handheld gaming, being able to take it places. And then with the Wii, I have very fond memories of like playing the Wii Sports. Just Dance was my freaking jam.
Yeah.
Oh man, especially on Wii.
Oh,
especially on Wii.
That was my jam. But yeah, I that's both of those consoles, whatever. Jesus.
They're different words.
The console.
We fight about this all the time.
Yeah, we do. That's what really got me into gaming.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That would be my favorite. I figured you would be surprised.
I thought you would say the Switch because you also played hours of the Switch, Animal Crossing in particular.
Yeah.
You're probably reaching 1,000 pretty soon, right?
Oh, I probably.
I haven't
Probably.
checked
Man, that's crazy. Man, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is nuts.
It's nuts.
It's nuts. What nuts?
Like Daggett from the same generation of Nickelodeon shows.
That was a good one.
It's
Angry
nuts.
Beavers.
Oh God. Boom.
All right, Cam, what about you?
So, honestly, N64 was my jam so hard. I loved that console. I loved that whole generation there. But really, I started gaming, gaming when it came out with the Game Boy Color. And I think that's where it kind of just started for me.
That's the generation, right? Isn't it the 64 in color? That's the generation, the marriage.
Oh, is it? Well, then yeah.
I think so.
Then that would be my generation. Is the N64 with the Game Boy Color?
I know there's old people in the chat
who
can correct me if we're wrong here.
Mr. 47,000 years old.
I know. I'm just.
So
forgetful.
you're saying you played more of the Game Boy Color than you did the 64?
Oh yeah, I honestly the handheld game was my jam. Like where it wasn't yours, I started with Game Boy Color and I followed that all the way up to the DS. I didn't enjoy the DS as much. I kind of really stopped at SP. But that was really because I was getting more into the Xbox at that point. Like I had my Xbox and I was playing DDR and Sims and all that kind of stuff. So I stopped really with SP and started with Microsoft at that point.
Mike, you started with Microsoft. You mean Xbox?
Yeah.
Which Xbox?
I started with the original Xbox. I still have that original Xbox.
I think we still have ours somewhere here.
I don't think so. I would have seen it.
Megaboyd says that is correct. N64 and Game Boy Color, same generation.
Thank you, sir. I knew you'd come through.
That's my jam. And plus, the N64 had all the best nostalgic games. No one doesn't like 007.
Oh my God, 007. Yes. Yes.
Burner,
yes.
burner. Boom.
Have you? Wait, that's not on the service yet, is it? That's not on the Nintendo Online service yet, right? That's because they got to get the rights.
No, but rumor has it that
Rumor confirmed.
Rumor confirmed we could be seeing it
right next to the Switch.
I have to agree 1,000%.
Really?
For different reasons, but yeah, that's my favorite generation too. But I've leaned more towards the 64. And for reasons I've talked about probably 100 times, but I'm going to talk about them again because it's the reason why. I remember Christmas morning when we got that 64. You have to realize this is the jump, right? This is the jump from the 2D gaming to the 3D gaming, you know? It's something that we hadn't done before. I remember that morning we booted up Mario 64. And we didn't even get in. It took us so long to get into the game because we were just pulling on his face in the main menu for so long. Like, this is incredible. Like, what is this? This is nuts. But it's that one moment that did it for me. And I will never forget the feeling that I had. And I looked over at my brother and I could tell he had the same feeling. When that little guy is on that cloud, circles that pipe, and 3D Mario jumps out. And then your camera goes behind him. And then you have total control. You can go wherever you want. That moment right there was just, man, we've never seen anything like it. It was crazy. It was like, you know, I don't know. For me, that was it. And I was hooked on the 64 from then on. Then we got Ocarina of Time, which was the same upgrade from the 2D to the 3D for Zelda. I mean, it was amazing. What other games did we play a lot? Cruising USA, man, we had the wheels and everything. Me and my brother would set up like TV dinner trays in front of the TV with like fold out chairs and get our wheels and we'd race. I mean, it was awesome. It was so much fun. Pilot Wings 64. That one was great.
Star Fox.
That's the only time I really got into a Madden game ever. I think it was like,
oh yeah,
man, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like Madden 97 or something like that.
Oh really?
98
okay.
or something. I don't know what it was. 97, 98, 99, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was it for me. That was it. That was where the first Pokemon Snap was. I didn't play a ton of that, but I mean, I really enjoyed that one. 64s has so many good games, but then I will say after that, I fell off of Nintendo for a while. I wasn't a huge GameCube fan. I went to I got a PlayStation 2 after that, and got back in with the Wii. But I mean, I don't know. The 64 was it for me, for sure. And I wasn't really into the handhelds all that much because I always say this too, but I always just look at those games and I was always just like, why can't I have what I'm looking at on my TV just down here? Because I want to take it to bed with me. I want to go somewhere else, but it just wasn't possible for a long time. But yeah 64 for sure, 100%.
So
did you play Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong 64? We rented it. We rented it a few times. That's not one I played a lot. I didn't even play Mario Kart 64 all that much. Oh, we played Smash a lot. The original Smash, we did play that a lot.
Yeah.
And Mario Party. Oh man, Mario parties on the 64, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. it's where it all began.
Yeah. They had so many good games. There's just so many. I'm forgetting a ton of them right now, I'm sure, but I mean, those are the big ones. I mean, that moment. It was that moment. That's what did it. Mario coming out of that pipe. That shit was fire. Fire.
Yeah. So after owning one and playing Breath of the Wild, you probably would think that the Switch would be my favorite because all my favorite games.
I figured that's where you were gonna go.
It's hard for me to choose, and it's not just because I love my fucking Panda. Okay, it's not just because.
Oh my god!
Listen, hold on, hold your horses. You don't know what I'm going to say.
Okay.
It's not just because I love my Panda. Okay, so I have modded my Wii U gamepad to be a Panda. I really got to think about this logically because we're talking about the generation as a whole, and that includes the 3DS.
Yes.
Okay. The Wii U and 3DS generation. Let's just go ahead. Let's just talk about that for a second. Some of the best Nintendo games ever came out on Wii U.
There's some very good ones. Yeah. I mean, there's some very good ones.
The Switch is great. Okay. The Switch is great. I'm not taking anything away from the Switch, but look at all the games on the Switch. Wii U port, 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 Wii U. All our favorite games are Wii U ports. Mario Kart.
Not all of them, but a lot of them are. You're right. Because it was a dead system. Nobody bought it.
Mario. I know it wasn't a port, but come on. It
What?
kind of was. Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, I guess
It
sort
really
of.
kind of. They developed that game for the Wii U, not the Switch. That's a damn fact.
Yeah, yes, it is a fact.
So Breath of the Wild. Help me out here. Mario Kart. Pikmin 3. I know now people don't love that game, but it's a pretty fun
Mario
game if you play the
3D
demo.
World.
3D World, not Bowser's Fury, but 3D World.
3D World, yeah.
Incredibly
My
fun
God,
game.
there's-
I played that game. That's the most played Mario game I've ever played. 3D World.
It's great. It's really
great.
good.
It's so fun.
And then
Multiplayer
3D
especially.
Land is on the 3DS. It's
Right,
the same
right,
style
right.
game, just
Right,
a different
'cause-
game, but
right,
it's,
going
it's
back to
very
the-
good too.
Yes.
Very good.
And now I was just talking about I wanted to go back and talk about Switch ports that are on there. Like the Switch didn't need help but it didn't hurt the Switch to get all these amazing Wii U games. And it made me kind of think and go back to all the games of the Wii U. I mean, what are you waiting for? The Virtual Console is on
Yeah,
the Wii
that
U
is huge.
and 3DS, and that is a bunch of old games that you can easily play for very cheap on your Wii U and on your 3DS. And not to mention on the Wii U, it had Switch features, as in it's actually arguably better features than the Switch in terms of you can have the game on your gamepad. You can have 2 screens for 1, 2-for-1 deal. You have menus on your gamepad, and then the rest of the game up top. And when you
I did like
when
that.
you didn't want to, or someone else is watching TV or whatever, you can play it just like you could undock a Switch. You could turn it over, press a button on the Wii U gamepad, and now the Wii U gamepad is your device. So
Yeah, listen, I don't think you're wrong,
it's like the peak of Nintendo if the Switch never happened.
but it was marketed terribly, and they confused people because they
They
called
did.
it the Wii U, and people were like, "What? I just have to buy that part for my
Yeah.
Wii? Is
Yeah.
that it?" Like nobody knew what the hell it was. You're right. It had great games on it. That's why Nintendo said, "No, we're not going to let these die here. We're going to bring them to the Switch, the system
Yeah.
that is actually profitable, the one that people
Yeah.
bought." Of
Yeah.
course, they're going to do that.
Even a game
I mean-
like Pikmin 3 that because no game sold on the Wii U, but especially a game like Pikmin 3 did not sell. But you bring it to the Switch, and it
Yeah.
sold like nuts. Like
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. I have not looked this up, but I can probably say very, very easily that every single game that they brought over from the Wii U to the Switch sold probably quadruple what it did on the Wii U, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't think that's a
Because
hot take.
it's not that they were bad games. They were just on a system that was marketed terribly. I don't think you're
And
wrong.
it's not. They were not bad games, and also it's not like the system was bad either. I think people kind of just like to shit on the Wii U because for all the reasons above. And
No, it wasn't a bad system.
but a lot of people will say that, and they're just plain wrong. You're just plain wrong. Like I have one now, and like you're wrong. Now it's a fat Switch. It has terrible battery life. I can't bring it anywhere like 15 feet
Yeah,
from the
that's a- yeah.
console. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of issues with it. A lot of issues.
It was before its time.
It was ahead of its time. To
Yeah.
put it a different way, it was ahead of its time. It's not the
marketed
console
terribly.
and marketed terribly, but it's a great fucking console. And the Switch is still my favorite generation. Because man,
Oh,
look at
come
this,
on.
man. Look at this.
I know.
Look at
Okay, you got me.
Look
I
at
thought you
this,
were serious.
man. Look
I was giving it to you too. I wasn't even going to argue. 'Cause
Look at this red.
I don't
I'm
need
sorry,
to look
Abby.
at it. I know
this
what it is.
red Mario Switch. I know it's not the OLED, but if this was OLED, I would make
Oh,
love.
I know.
I would make love to this thing. This
Yeah, that
it's a
red-
different.
that
If you
red one is
haven't, if
fire.
you've never seen in person the red Mario Switch, this red, it's like Nintendo red, true Nintendo red. It is so beautiful. It is so sleek. It is so cool. Why did Fortnite not download? Son of a bitch. I love it so much. I love this
Yeah.
Switch so much.
Yeah,
All
I mean, I
that
do
said about the
too.
Wii U, a Switch is still my favorite.
I was gonna say. I mean, I would say. I left the Switch out of it because I figured that was just a given. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't? I mean,
It's
if
not
you're
a given.
Switch owner, you
Yeah.
if you know, you know.